Hey, what's up, everybody? So today I want to talk about Keith Ellison and why he is the only choice for the head of the DNC. And a lot of people will probably say, well, there's people like Elizabeth Warren, Bernie Sanders, who would also be a very good pick for the head of the DNC or the chairman or the chairperson of the DNC. But the reason that I feel like we all need to focus our efforts on Keith Ellison is because most of the major progressive politicians within the Democratic Party have all come out in favor of endorsing Keith Ellison. And you have a lot of corporatist Democrats, most notably President Barack Obama, who wants his labor secretary to be head of the DNC, and that's Tom Perez. And the reason that I feel like Tom Perez shouldn't be in charge of the DNC is because he was in favor of the TPP. And to a lot of people that live on the coast, and I made a video before this talking about why the DNC needs to move to the Midwest, or the DNC headquarters needs to move to the Midwest. So check that video out. But the reason that a lot of people in the Rust Belt, the Midwest, etc., don't like the Democrats like they used to is because they're also in favor of those free trade deals such as the TPP, which isn't the only reason why jobs or manufacturing jobs have left our country, but is one of the major reasons why it has happened. And to have someone who's in favor of the TPP after you just lost an election from a candidate who pretty much stole that spark of I'm going to be for the working person. It's absurd that anyone would even bring up the idea of having Tom Perez be in charge of the DNC. And I think that Keith Ellison, based on what I've seen so far, I think he would be the best possible choice. And I might not agree I might not agree with everything that Keith Ellison stands for. Most notably, his positions on guns and gun control. I'm very for the right to own guns and stuff like that, and that's something that he's not in favor of. But on almost all the other issues, I feel that he represents what I think our government should do, and or what the direction of the Democratic Party needs to go in. And he, in my opinion, is the lifeline for the Democratic Party because right now, the Republicans control the presidency, the Senate, the House. They control a large majority of the lower chambers in the states, and they control a very large chunk of the local constituencies throughout the country. So you can't just keep doing the same thing that you're doing. That's causing you to be a party that loses so badly. You don't want to have another 4 years of Trump. And if the Democrats play their cards right and embrace his progressive platform, say they're the party of the worker, stop taking corporate money, they can retake the White House in 2020. They can win in the midterm elections in 2018, where they can retake the House and the Senate. Now that might be very hard because of gerrymandering, but it's possible if you energize people and rally against this, pro. I don't know. It's when Donald Trump said he's going to drain the swamp. It makes me giggle now because he's going to drain the swamp and then replace it with like nuclear fallout waste because he's putting people like the CEO of Exxon as Secretary of State. I mean, just conflicts of interest, but that's not the topic of the video. But other than that, yeah. So I would say that as a citizen of this country who is still a member of the Democratic Party, I would definitely. I'm saying I'm endorsing Keith Ellison from whatever power I have as of this channel, and yeah. So that's all I'm going to say on that. I'm definitely going to be rooting for him and trying to get the word out about Keith Ellison. I hope you guys do the same. Check him out, share some of the stuff he's about, and that's all I have to say. Thanks for watching. Peace.